spring is in the air. That means flowers start blooming. But what if those flowers could walk on their own and carry things for you? And fight for you? Well, with the announcement of a fourth game in the Pikmin series coming out this summer, I thought I should finally answer that question with a review of the original Pikmin for the GameCube. In the depths of outer space, Captain Olimar is flying alone when his ship is struck by a meteor. The damage causes him to crash on this mysterious, uncharted planet populated by strange, hostile, hungry creatures. Fortunately for Olimar, the planet is also filled with very helpful natives called Pikmin who literally spawn from the ground. After encountering these little guys who decide to willfully help you, you've got to command them to use their skills to gather 30 pieces of your ship to repair it so you can fly back home. But you only have 30 days to do this. That time limit creates a sense of suspense for the gameplay and motivates you to be as efficient as possible. It can lead to a stressful time, but that's balanced out with the game's Nintendo-style charm with the environment and characters. Remembering that this is a game from the early days of the GameCube, the visuals do meet those standards pretty well, at least from a distance. When the camera is even slightly zoomed out, you see this very well designed world with great animation for the enemies, Olimar, and the Pikmin themselves. Everything runs at a good frame rate too. It's when you zoom in that the game's visuals show their age. Textures are muddy, and there's a lot of jagged edges and pixelated surfaces reminding you that this is a 20-year-old game. The sound is done in a very simple yet charming way. Pikmin features some memorable jingles unique to the franchise that accompany the collection of cartoony sound effects you'd expect to find in a kid-friendly Nintendo game. While there's no voice acting in the game, not even from Captain Olimar, we do get cutesy sounds from the Pikmin themselves while they're performing the many tasks you give them. The sounds even make you feel bad when Pikmin are killed by one of the dangers this planet throws at you. Good God, they have many ghosts flying up too! Just pour on that guilt! What this game is good at doing is introducing new players to the genre of real-time strategy in a way that's more accessible than games like StarCraft. The game revolves around managing all your Pikmin to perform various tasks, mainly the numbers you have at any given time to assign to each thing to do. Pikmin always work best in greater numbers, and certain tasks require a certain number of Pikmin to do. The Pikmin can build bridges out of piles of sticks, chop down cracked walls, bring food back to their little ships, but ultimately you want them to lug your found ship parts. But of course, there are plenty of obstacles to make gathering all your parts more difficult. With elemental barriers, there's fire, which only red Pikmin are immune to, bodies of water, which only blue Pikmin can cross without drowning, and some stronger walls can only be destroyed by exploding rocks that only yellow Pikmin can carry. It presents the challenge of getting to know each new location and planning out where you can and should take each type of Pikmin. It's definitely the type of game to make you think about problem solving in a fun way. The action-packed obstacle comes from the hostile animals on the planet that will attack you and your Pikmin on sight. There are different animals in each location that will shake off and attack your Pikmin in different ways. This means you've got to be on your toes with how you run around and throw Pikmin at an enemy so you can beat it to death. You've especially got to be careful with bigger, stronger foes like this guy here because they can easily eat, burn, or squish a lot of your Pikmin quickly if you're careless. Though repopulating your Pikmin army leads to more exploring, the corpses of fallen foes along with these numbered discs can be taken back to the Pikmin ships to then spawn more Pikmin. Yes, these guys are eating their own predators to make more of themselves. Circle of life.
Damn, nature, you scary!
But doing all this is how you get the Pikmin up to the numbers you need for performing all their tasks, mainly moving parts that need 30, 40, or 50 Pikmin at once to be moved, and how you harvest food can change depending on whether you need fireproof or waterproof Pikmin. When it comes to throwing them at a target though, this can be a little awkward. It's because your target just moves with you based on where Olimar is facing. It ends up being too easy to accidentally throw a Pikmin into nothing or right into the jaws of death. This thankfully would be fixed in the Wii version of Pikmin 2 though. A big element I have to touch on is the time limit. You can also lose Pikmin if you don't call them all back when the day is over, and these days go by surprisingly fast. Like I'd be invested in what I'm doing with a Pikmin, and then 10 minutes later I get the alert to call them all back before the countdown ends. Sometimes it was right when I was about to haul another part or large defeated enemy. Frankly, the whole time limit part can be stressful. It actually did make me angry a few times that the enemies would make things difficult and then the day was over before I knew it. It really threw off my groove later in the game. But admittedly, it does keep the game from falling into a slow pace. Though I feel like fighting these ugly fools were plenty for a quickened pace. While I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite games, I do understand why it has as many fans as it does after finally playing it. As far as recommending this game, it is worth buying if you can find it within the $20 to $30 price range. That's a bit of a challenge though, since most used copies go for at least $70 online. But if you can't find a used copy for a good price, then at the very least Pikmin does give reason to be excited for the 4th game coming out this summer, which I will be reviewing. Well, that's my review of the original Pikmin for the GameCube. To help me produce more videos like this, please support my Patreon page. Special thanks to my current patrons here. Remember that supporting my Patreon gets the name of the credits and access to my flagship videos a full day early. Also be sure to check out my previous reviews of Yu-Gi-Oh! The False-Bound Kingdom for the GameCube and Star Fox Guard for the Wii U. See you all next time!